I'm Scott Craddock. I'm Head of Visitor Experience at Westminster Abbey. So the media guide really gives people an overview of the Abbey itself. So from the perspective of a working church, a royal church, and a heritage site. And it allows people that visit to understand over 1,000 years of history and what happens on the site today. It does translate a lot of those messages into different languages. It allows people to understand a lot more about the space and the history in their native language. It's also got some video content, which our previous guide obviously never had. It has things like rubberways, for example, where people can see behind different parts of the Abbey just by rubbing their finger on the device. It's a lot more interactive. So if you're standing at the grave of the unknown warrior, you can actually rub the screen and it will translate the words that are on the grave itself into the language of the media guide, which I think is very powerful, and it means a lot to people, especially as that was, the first of its kind and has been replicated at sites around the world. So it helps people to understand exactly what that wording is. The device has a family guide as well, so families can take the guide with their children, and it helps them understand a lot more about the space and what goes on here. We've got a BSL version as well, so there's lots of different versions of the same guide that help people really to navigate their way around and to understand a lot more. The Abbey receives no funding from the church, the Crown or the state, so our visitor funding is really important to us. And providing a guide to everyone that comes gives us a consistent level of product. Having headphones, for example, that made a big difference when we brought the media guide in, because it quietened things down quite a lot. We had an audio guide before, which was quite loud. People were sort of holding it to their ears and also having conversations with other people. If you've got a pair of headphones on, it actually quietens the area down quite a lot. The feedback has been positive from visitors, and much more than it was when we had just a pure audio guide, because it feels like it's much more expansive.
Hello, my name's Sian. I'm Senior Producer at ATS Heritage. We were approached about the 360 virtual tour because St James's wanted to open up the church to the wider community and to solicit donations. St James's Piccadilly is known as the West End's parish church, and because of that they have a wide network of people that were able to be interviewed by us. This made the 360 virtual tour a richer experience. We interviewed a number of lay people and clergy throughout the tour. They gave their insight and feelings about what the church meant to them. A 360 virtual tour is a complete panorama of a location. A number of photographs are taken at various points inside the site, and these images are stitched together. This then creates a fully immersive view of the location itself. Hotspots are then added on top of these photographs, and that will reveal text content, videos, interviews, 3D recreation. Any number of pieces of content can be placed under these hotspots. To draw online visitors into the experience, we created an onboarding video, starting in Piccadilly Circus and travelling down the street, leading you through the gates into St James's Piccadilly. Virtual tours make your church more accessible from anywhere in the world. It's also a good learning tool for schools and can potentially bring in new revenue via a donation tool.
Hi, I'm Bob Heathwhite. I'm a licensed lay minister at St Mary's Church in Chalgrove. What we have is an app which can be downloaded either in Android or in Apple format. The content on ours concentrates perhaps most of all on the medieval wall paintings that we have in the chancel, and gives a full description of these various items. So it starts off with an introductory page. There's a map of the church showing the various points of interest, and you can click on those to find out what they are. ATS made their suggestions, for example, family guide, if you like, for children, including puzzles and jigsaws and so on. It's simple for children to use, but it's interactive, and so they enjoy doing that. ATS employed a historical artist to reconstruct what our wall paintings might have looked like, which we use quite considerably, not only in the app, but subsequently. The fact that the smartphone app is available means that people can come and still have, if you like, a full visitor experience using the multimedia guide. There was a young woman standing in the chancel looking at the wall paintings. So I went up to her and said, would you like some help, some information on the paintings and so on? And she simply said, no thanks. This app on my smartphone's an excellent guide. So I'm very pleased about that.
I'm John Simpson. I'm the vicar of St John the Baptist, Lookham Wissenden in Buckinghamshire. So the app and the other elements of the project were integral parts of the outcome that we desired from a programme of restoration work 6 years ago. And really it was really wanting to better tell the story of the church in an experiential and immersive way, so that when people come in, we wanted whatever we delivered in terms of technology, and we wanted to keep that very almost invisible actually. It was using the technology to enable the visitor experience to be one which is passive, so it happens for them. So when you come in, there are clear instructions displayed in the entrance to the church, and at the end of a video production as well that ATS were instrumental in producing. And the instructions are very clearly and graphically illustrated how to log onto our dedicated Wi-Fi, which we've delivered through a series of routers in the building, so you can access the app wherever you are in the building. It's quite an elegant thing, so when you access it on your own device, you end up with a home screen of a series of tiles. So wherever you are in the building, you can click on that tile and it comes up with an audio video guide to that aspect of the church. We work closely with ATS with the script, so again working with ATS, and they bring in experts. We're able to agree a script, and then obviously they came on site and did the filming that was required. And we asked people to just comment precisely on that experience, and it's been overwhelmingly positive, really, really universally, very positively received.